Man, baseball betting is just so easy. Let's talk some more seam. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back with a huge 15-game slate on a Friday. Gotta love that. Finally, a freaking winning day. Man, it felt good. Should have been 4-0. Really should have been, but we'll go over the recap in a bit. We went 3-1. We will gladly take it. Two quick announcements before you fast forward, you people that I know you are. Anyways, we will be doing an NBA playoff best bets video Friday night for the Saturday games. We don't usually do weekend videos like that, but we want to get started on the NBA playoffs, so just want to let you know. So stay tuned for that. Also, the NBA best bets video for the two elimination games on Friday, that is already out, so go check that one out. But as you guys know, any graphics you see in this video are from an app called OUTLIER, the best betting research tool on the market today. All you gotta do is click the link below. You get a 7-day free trial. Absolutely nothing to lose. If you want to be a long-term, profitable sports bettor, I highly recommend this. So let's get into it. It's Friday, so I'm going to give you two MLB fun facts. Here we go. First one, George Brett, elite hitter for the Royals, if you don't know, won the batting title in 3 different decades. That is insane. And then this one, I didn't fact check it, but it was said on the internet. It has to be true. For an hour or two on September 21st, 2002, Barry and Bobby Bonds held the season walk and strikeout record, both at 189. Barry had 189 walks, Bobby had 189 Ks for just a couple hours. That's insane. Anyways, in this video, we're going to recap yesterday, the 3-1 day, and then we'll go over the good and bad hitter matchups, and then, of course, the full pitcher report, and then we'll give you our best bets and the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel to continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Go hit that subscribe button. Come join us and click that Discord link also. Almost 5,000 people in there now. It's completely free, and it's really helpful for a lot of people. So let's get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. A 3-1 day on the best bets, and then we got the RBI props we'll go over in just a second. Reds team total over 1.5 first 5 innings. I gave this out as soon as I could. Once the pitching changed in the first inning, they get 2 runs. They actually went kind of cold for a while, but still, they got the job done with 2. If you only took their over team total in the full game, like I mentioned, you easily cash that one as well. Over 7.5 runs, Giants, Phillies, 5-1 after the first, and then I think it was 5-1 still in the 6th or 7th inning. Finally, they started getting some runs, and we went over this one thanks to a Matt Chapman 2-run bomb. But Bobby Witt, Corbin Carroll, 1+ hit each, got the job done. I think both of them on their 3rd at bat, actually. So nice to get that back in the winning column. And then this one, guys. When I say it's hard to sweep a day in baseball, I mean it. I mean, this had everything looking like it was going to be a sweep. He had a ton of pitches. This man, Griffin Canning, has never thrown has not thrown 90 pitches yet this season, any 3 starts. In his 31 starts last year, he only threw 100 pitches 3 times. He doesn't go long. Under 17.5 outs, he was at mid-80s pitches, 83, 84 after 5 innings. He came back out for the 6th, really just needed 1 base runner, and he would have been yanked. They let him go over 100 pitches, and he stayed out and got the 18th out barely. I don't know what to say. I mean, in his defense, he kept getting the Cardinals hitters to strike or to swing and miss on a fastball by their eyes. I don't even understand it. But either way, that one hurt. I'll say that. But RBI props, again, I don't count that in my record, these RBI props. I mean, record in regards to like 3-1 on the day and stuff like that. But they do count for our overall record. We went 1-2. And when you have these kind of plus money, 1-2 means you lose a very, very, very small amount. But Cal Raleigh had many chances. And then finally, when he doesn't have guys on base, he said, I'll just hit a solo bomb in the 9th. And he got the job done. Jonathan Aranda, he's a guy who hits righties really well. Well, Will Warren only lasted 1 inning, and he only got to see him once, and then faced a lefty reliever, I think, the next couple at bats. Didn't get it done. Then Pete Alonso, just not a great day. Did not get an RBI. Again, RBIs, you need some luck. You need guys on base, things like that. But 1-2, like I said, we have it down there now. RBI props 1-2 down 0.14 units. And then, so best bets 3-1, RBI props 1-2. We will take it. But let's build off this winning day, because it's been a rough last week, that's for sure. But that's what we got for the recap. Now let's talk the hitter matchups. All right, we got 13 good hitter matchups for you today, and we got a lot of Phillies players against Sandy Alcantara. I seriously don't know how to pronounce it. Bryce Harper, 12 for 39, 5 extra base hits, 1 home run off of him. Trey Turner, 13 for 36, 3 extra base hits with a home run. And then Alec Boehm, who's been struggling mightily this year, 9 for 26, off of him as well. And then you got Dansby Swanson off Corbin Burns. How about 11 for 18, 3 extra base hits, and 2 home runs there. And then Juan Soto over, off of Miles and Miles of Mikolas, 7 for 18 with a home run. And then you go over there on the right side, Soto's teammate, 7 for 17 off Mikolas with 2 extra base hits, as well as Jesse Winker, another Met, 2 home runs off him, 6 for 16. So there's all the matchups we have for you. Devers, you see 3 for 10, and so on and so on. So that's what we got for the good hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. And we only got 6 of them. And actually leading off with 2 Mets. Brandon Nimmo, 2 for 19 with 3 Ks off Mikolas. And Alonso, I don't know why, but 3 for 18 with 4 Ks off of Mikolas as well. And then you keep on going down the list. Matt Chapman down there, 2 for 12, 4 Ks versus the lefty Tyler Anderson. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, here are the first 8 matchups of the day. And again, this is a time where I like to just kind of give you a few notes on each pitcher as well. But all these stats are this year. All the averages are from last year, just for a bigger sample size. We like to give you Ks, walks, hits per 9, anything you need. Expected ERA, kind of tell you if someone's due for some negative, positive regression, things like that. But Corbin Burns up there hasn't been great. I'm going to be honest with you. Hasn't looked that good. 2, 4, and 3 earned runs given up in 3 starts. Plus 9 walks, going up against Colin Ray in Chicago with the wind blowing out there in Wrigley Field. And then Cole Reagan's one of the best pitchers in the game against Jackson Joe. We'll talk about that game a little bit later, but he's been decent as well. And then Luis Ortiz going up against his old team in Pittsburgh, and Mladzinski. I forget how to pronounce it. You guys know. It's that guy. I've seen him pitch a little bit, but either way, both have over a 6 ERA. Both not great pitchers, give up a lot of hits. Kind of average K rates, but Sandy Alcantara really limiting hits, but not missing many bats. He does have an elite 65.1% ground ball rate, which is crazy. And then Zach Wheeler coming off 2 bad starts, 5 and 4 earned runs on the road, given up to Atlanta and St. Louis. But big name pitchers there in Philly. And then Andrew Abbott, the lefty, a low 19.5% K rate this season. A good first start with 5 Ks in 5 innings. This will only be a second start. Going up against the youngster Povich. And then Carlos Rodon, the Carlos Rodon experience. He is really struggling, though. 4, 5, and 4 earned runs in the last 3 starts, with 4, 3, and 3 walks as well. But still missing some bats. 28 Ks in 23 innings. Brian Wu now is on the mound against Bowden Francis. 2 good young pitchers there in Toronto. Miles Mikolas, 2 okay starts, 1 horrendous start when he gave up 8 earned runs. And then David Peterson, the lefty for the Mets, he's looked good, giving up 2 or less earned runs in all 3 starts. After 3 and 5 walks in those first 2 starts, he gave up 0 last start. So, but he has looked impressive. So that's all my rambling for the first page. Now let's check out the final 7 matchups. Martin Perez, I don't see a pitcher going up against him yet for the Red Sox. Chris Paddock finally had a good start. 2 hits, 1 earned run last time out, but he had 12 earned runs given up in the 7.1 innings. In my opinion, not a really good pitcher at all. Going up against Bryce Elder, his first home start, because he's only had 2 road starts. And let's just say it didn't go well. 10 innings, 8 earned runs, 12 hits, and just 7 strikeouts. So 2 pitchers that have pretty much been struggling. And then Yamamoto, DeGrom, we will talk about this in a little bit, but big name pitchers there, that's for sure. And then Hart, 2 good and 1 bad start. Going up against Gusto Mucho, whatever it is, Houston reliever, but made a start last time. Had 6 Ks in 4 innings with 3 earned runs allowed. He is a rookie. And then Gin and Tonic going up against Freddie Peralta of the Brewers. And then we got Mackenzie Gore. He's been okay. He's been pretty decent, but he's missing a ton of bats. 32 strikeouts in 23 innings, but in the last 3 starts has given up 3, 2, and 4 earned runs. Going up against Dollander, I honestly don't know a lot about him. Dollar Bill, whatever you call him. This will be the 3rd start of his entire career. 13 Ks, 10 hits allowed, and 10.2 innings so far. And then we go Logan Webb, the elite ground ball pitcher, against Tyler Anderson. His Ks are actually up a little bit from last year. Only giving up 1 hit in each of his last 2 starts versus Cleveland and Houston. That is pretty impressive. 2 hits in the last 10.2 innings. So that's what we got for all the entire pitcher report, all the pitching matchups we have. And now it is finally time for the best bets. All right, this first one takes us out to Texas, where the Rangers host the LA Dodgers. Dodgers money line minus 142. Rangers on the money line plus 122. Total of 8 runs in this one. I'm not going to overthink it. I almost took the money line. It's a little juicy, but I'm taking the run line. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5. I got this at plus 125 on ESPN bet. Half unit play for me. Like I said, if you want to take the Dodgers at the decent price of minus 140, you can. but YOLO, right? So let's just go for it. Starting pitcher matchup, Yoshinobu Yamamoto versus Jacob deGrom. We got to talk about Yamamoto first. Probably the Cy Young favorite right now. Been absolutely filthy, just filthy. Has not given up a run in the last 2 starts. This season, he's either striking someone out or getting a ground ball. He has a 33% K rate and a 62.5% ground ball rate. That is just insane. He is keeping the ball where you need to keep it, which is either off the bat or on the ground if they do hit it. 28 Ks in 22 innings, and he's faced tough offenses. He already shut out the Phillies. He gave up 1 run to the Cubs in Japan, then faced the Cubs again. You think it'd be a little advantage Chicago? Nope, shut them out again in 6 innings. He is the absolute man right now. But Jacob deGrom, I think books are giving him too much name respect right now. He's pretty much the guy you would expect to be after having a million injuries and being 36 years old. This season, gave up 4 and 3 earned runs in the last 2 starts. And also the worry here, because deGrom is someone who, when he was in his prime, I don't know another pitcher that missed bats like he did. But so far in the last 2 starts, how about 7 Ks in the last 9.2 innings? It's not the same, and it's not a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise. Also had 4 walks in his last start versus Seattle, so he's still just not all the way back yet. Should he be all the way back? Probably not after that many injuries and his age, but he's just looked okay. These are 2 offenses going in complete opposite directions. Versus righties, the Dodgers, 3rd best WRC plus, 2nd best OPS, 6th batting average, 7th highest walk rate. We know this Dodgers offense is absolutely as good as it gets in the league. Rangers, 5th worst WRC plus, 4th worst OPS and batting average, the lowest walk rate in the league. That's right, only 5.9%. 27th in runs scored. Their best hitter, Corey Seager. Guess who is absolutely elite versus lefties? Yamamoto, the 2nd best in the majors, giving up a 105 average. I mean, he has been unbelievable. Marcus Semien struggling. Just a lot of struggling Rangers hitters right here. So we have the much better starting pitcher, the 10-time better offense, the much better bullpen. They're also the road team, which also helps when you have a run line. And we're getting plus 125. I gotta take it. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5 as my first best bet. All right, this next one takes us out to Detroit, Michigan, where the Tigers host the Kansas City Royals. Royals money line minus 142. Tigers money line plus 120 with a total of 7.5 runs. I'm taking an under in this one. Give me the under 4 runs in the first 5 innings at minus 120 on Bet365 for a half unit. I still like it at 3.5. I really like it in the 4 though, where we only lose if it's 5 or more. If not, I do like the under 7.5 for the total game here as well. So first, the weather is great for pitching. Wind blowing in like 15 miles an hour. Second, AL Central games are known for being more low scoring. These teams have gone under the full game total of 7.5 in 4 of their last 5 meetings. And now let's talk starting pitcher. Cole Ragans versus Jackson Jobe. Ragans, one of the best starting pitchers in the league, if you don't know that. Looked really good lately. I decided to fade him on Ks recently, and that was a stupid idea. He's going absolutely bonkers right now when it comes to missing bats. 10, 11, and 10 Ks in the last 3 games. So if he gets in jams, he's a guy who can just strike you out and end the inning. So he's figured it out. Not giving up more than 1 earned run in the first 5 innings in all 3 starts this year so far. And then Jackson Jobe, the rookie, the top prospect that they're hoping for good things. Other than the 7 walks he had in the first 2 starts of his major league career, he's been pretty good. 2 and 0 earned runs allowed in the last 2 starts, only 6 hits combined. I do think we see some negative regression here. I don't think he's a 3 ERA guy yet, but so far it may not matter because the Royals offense has been absolutely downright awful. Royals versus righties, dead last in the majors in WRC plus, dead last in OPS. Their lineup outside of Bobby Witt has been just terrible. The bottom of their order is really bad. They're hitting 200 right now versus righties. Only the Pirates are worse at 198. They're 29th in runs scored. Again, maybe this one game because it's baseball, they go crazy, but I just don't see it. They have just not shown anything. Tigers versus lefties now the other way because they're facing Reagan's a lefty. They've been average 14th WRC plus versus lefties, 15th OPS, 10th overall in runs scored. That's just righties or lefties. But this is not just an average lefty. This is one of the best lefties in the entire major league. So I think we're seeing a 1-0, 1-1 type of game here. And again, if you don't want to overthink it, maybe you just want to go full game because you can't get the 4. I don't mind under 7.5 as well. I almost bet that instead. But give me the under 4 runs in the first 5 innings as my second best bet. All right, this third one takes us out to Wrigley Field, where the Cubbies host the Arizona Diamondbacks. D-backs money line -132, Cubs on the money line +112, with a total of 10.5 runs. That total alone, whenever it's in Wrigley, should tell you exactly what's happening with the wind. It is blowing out in this one. But my best bet, it's a type of prop that has not been successful for me this year. But you know what? I'm determined. I like this. Give me Corbin Burnes under 5.5 Ks. -110 on DraftKings is the half unit play. So I've been crushed in my last two under K props. I had Luis Ortiz under 4.5. He ends with 10 Ks, thanks to help with the ump, but still terrible read. And then Cole Reagan's under, and that was the start of his dominance. He had 10 or 11 Ks. It has not been pretty. I'm giving it another shot. So here we go. Let's talk Corbin Burnes first. I was trying to find a way to fade him. I was very close to taking the Cubs team total over 4.5 here. With the wind blowing out and what I think of Corbin Burnes right now, that's a good option as well. But in his 3 starts, 8-3 and 3 Ks, while giving up 9 earned runs and 15.1 innings, I do not believe Corbin Burnes is that good of a pitcher anymore. I just flat out don't. He has 6 Ks in his last 12 innings. Just take that into consideration. Corbin Burnes, that's right. The man who used to strike out a lot more than that. Milwaukee and Washington were those two matchups. Here's the wild part. Just to show you how much he's not fooling anybody, he has generated 6 and 8 whiffs in each of his last 2 starts. If you don't know, that's not pretty. It just flat out isn't. He is not missing bats. He's known for that cutter. It's what really made him go to the elite level, 3-4 years back. This season, though, that pitch is in the 44th percentile of swinging strike rate at 10.1% with a 286 average against. When he was in his prime, that swinging strike rate for that pitch was like 17-18%. Compared to the 10%. It was a big difference. His walk rate is up right now. His K rate is way down. He's been trending down for like 3 seasons with his K rate now. And then we go to the matchup, the Cubs versus righties, 7th lowest K rate in the what am I saying? In the MLB and in the NFL maybe. 19.8% at home versus righties. It goes down even more. 6th lowest K rate, but it goes down from 19.8 to 17.2%. That is incredibly low. Of the 13 right-handed starting pitchers to face the Cubs this year. Now, I'm going to say this. There's 15. I didn't include one guy, Yamamoto, who pitched against them twice. One in Japan and one just recently. I'm not counting Yamamoto because he's one of the best pitchers in the major leagues, and I just want to let you guys know, of course, he's going to strike out 1,000,000 against anybody. But 9 of the other 13 right-handed pitchers have gone under this line versus the Cubs. The only overs, Tyler Glasnow, if you don't know, absolutely elite K rate. He knows how to miss bats. What did he have? He had 7. Wasn't even that much compared to this 5.5 line. Dylan Cease, an absolutely elite K rate as well. He had 6, barely going over this. Nick Pivetta, 6. He's a guy who's pitched well this year, not like Glasnow or Cease, but he's a 1K per inning kind of guy. And Severino, I have no idea what happened. He got 6 that game. But those are the only 4 overs, and then 9 unders, and some were well under. So even elite K guys are getting around 6. Glasnow got 7, and all 4 of those were also on the road for the Cubs. So I think this Cubs offense, with the wind blowing out, will also knock Corbin Burnes out early here. I think there's a lot of runs. There's a 10.5 total for a reason. You see the D-backs team total at 5.5, and the Cubs at 4.5, juiced well to the over. And also the cherry on top. This team is very familiar with them. You saw some success with some of the hitters. But if you don't know, Corbin Burnes used to pitch his whole career for the Brewers. That was in the NL Central against this Cubs team. So they know the scouting report on him, and now he is just not even close to being the same pitcher. So give me Corbin Burnes under 5.5 Ks. That is my third and final best bet. I didn't have time for any hitters I like, at least right now. But if I have any hitters I like, it'll be in the pinned comments. Also, any RBI props, if I have any of those, and as well as any added plays, will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. But let's make it 2 straight winning days in the MLB. Before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The Dodgers on the run line, -1.5 at +125 on ESPN Bet. The under 4 runs in the first 5 innings, the Royals and the Tigers at -120, and Corbin Burnes under 5.5 Ks at -110 for another half unit. There will be at least one more added play coming, so be sure to check the pinned comments below, X and Discord. And also check out that NBA Best Bets video for the 2 elimination games, and we will be back for Friday night video for those Saturday NBA games as well. So thank you guys for watching. As always, hope you have a great Friday, and we'll talk to you soon.